So in another video, I talked about one of the most important things you can practice and know to be in a healthy relationship is to know your worth. And in this video, I want to share briefly about knowing your values. Now, this is different from knowing your value, because I equate that more with knowing your worth, like your inherent value, your inherent worth. But here I'm talking about values, which is a little bit of a more embodied, more practical, moment by moment awareness that we have for ourselves and that we need to cultivate and discover. It's not something you may just know without any inquiry, right? You may think you know, but I would encourage you to actually do some deeper learning, inquiry, journaling about this. And I have some resources for you in other videos on my channel, so check that out. But the idea here is, what are your core values in how you want to live your life? And these transcend your areas of life. So these values will show up in your relationship, in work, in your hobbies, in your health, in just about anything and everything you do in life. You will hold these values as really important, and they'll be a priority to them. Because one of the conundrums and challenges around values is that we can't hold them all at the highest level simultaneously, even if they're really healthy values that you may believe in. Like a simple example would be inclusivity versus exclusivity. Now, inclusivity is a great value, right? I think a lot of people agree that we want to welcome, have a big tent and welcome people into whatever it is that is happening in the world and not like push people out for no good reason. But on the other hand, we can't always make space for everyone, or not everyone is the right resonance. Like they don't have the right energy, or they're not oriented the same way. And so we have to be exclusive too. We have to say, this is, I love you, but this isn't for you. And an obvious example of that would be if you're in a committed partnership, right? Now, some couples are exclusive in terms of who they allow into physical intimacy, right? They're monogamous or monogamish, right? It'd be like, oh, exclusive, but we allow inclusivity of this thing. Or even if you're more open, you may be more inclusive to a degree, but it's not just open season, anything goes. There'll be agreements and there'll be some limits to that. So that's just one example. But the key thing here is to know what your values are, what you hold as most important to you that makes you feel most in integrity with yourself, and also most alive in the sense that, like, when you live by your values, you feel good about who you are. So when you know that, and your partner knows their values, and you can compare and contrast them, that can help you find deeper harmony and resonance in your relationship that otherwise could create a lot of conflict. So know your values.